Hey, mes amis, Cajun Corn Hunter here with you this afternoon. I play me day with the good, bon café, ouais. Tasse de café. Bon. Oh, yeah. Some good community coffee right there, man. That's a Louisiana State coffee. Got a little unboxing to do. Alright, break out the Blue Yeti, Blue Knife. Call it the Blue Yeti. Let's see. All the names have been taped up until proven guilty. They're not guilty until proven so. Guilty of sin. Okay, I got the canary in my mouth. Cat Stoke that ate the canary. I'm not just gonna rip at this, and we're gonna take our time with it. Came all the way from Utah, man. I got here. He sent it Friday, I think. I want to say Friday, Thursday or Friday. And I mailed him a label in an envelope. And I met him through KSL, which is a classified site. Got me a antenna bracket. If I don't want to put a stainless steel whip on the roof of my house, man, because I got a metal roof and a stainless steel whip on this, I got to put a stud in here and a SO239. That ain't nothing. Attach this to my house, and which would be easy for me to do. And well, not easy for me to do, but I'm capable, very, knowledgeable about it, because I'm crippled now, can't walk anymore, so that's impossible for me to get on the roof. I said if I had a crane over here, anyhow, I put a stainless steel whip on this with that metal roof, it would reflect that signal 360 degrees, just like being on top of a car. A stainless steel whip on a car bumper radiates to the front of the car, and if it's in the center of the bumper, which usually they're not, they're in the middle, on the one end, to passenger side or driver's side. Usually it's passenger side, so it angles toward the oncoming traffic. But anyway, yeah, stainless steel whip would do good on my house. I already got an antenna up there. Oh man, look at here. He done thought of all of that. Look, spring action, baby, right here in the corner, in the side. Yeah, man, that's what I call packing. Oh, okay, well, let's see. We got the mount. Yeah, y'all guessed that this is a radio. Man, I tell you what, that's. Heck yeah. When I saw this in the classified, I said, oh man, that reminds me of the old days. I had one like this when I was trucking. And yeah, I had my shop also at the time. That's equivalent to a Cobra 25 right here. That's the twin brother, twin sister, whichever way you want it. First cousin to 25. Exactly the same board, everything. Now, when I was driving truck, I had one. When I had my shop, I had one like this. And Barry had his shop. He was driving truck. Well, one night we made arrangements, me and Barry, for me to go to his house over in New Iberia. Got the radio, got the owner's manual, paperwork with it. Oh yeah, look at here, boy. And Mr. James had this in his truck. In his truck. I don't have the. I don't have my meter leads hooked up yet. See the microphone is gonna be on this side. Yeah. There we go. Oh, power cord. Okay, and that's it for that. It's a beautiful radio. I Got the microphone. Unidan. The Unidan made radios for Cobra. They were Unidan chassis. Unidan had their own radios, plus they made for Cobra, and they made for Realistic, Radio Shack. They sure did. Okay, I'm gonna put this on pause, and I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get some power to hook this thing up. Alright, we back. Alright, I got me a different power cord. I could have cut it with the knife, but I'd rather my little clippers. Let's see. Yeah, it's perfect in there. Got my power supply on over there. Right over there on the bench. Yeah, buddy. And it's on channel 19 too. Turn the RF gain and the mic gain up. The mic in to activate the ears on this thing. Got the side mic too. It's not like the new ones. The new ones got a front. Yeah. Boy, now they're nice and clean. No chitter chatter. Let's see what I can do to find me a green one like that, because this is going to be my radio. Anyway, me and Barry, we made a date, point in time that we, let's see if the little washer's on here, on the little screw, mountain screw. If they not, they might have fell off or something. Okay, they not. This one's not on it. That's the washers that go between this and the radio. Okay, and okay, it's not on this one. Okay, there's a spacer that goes in between here and here, and here in the radio, like that. This one's not too bad. It's not that much of a gap, but when you pull, some people have homemade brackets, and when they tighten these nuts up on the radio still wants to move. Well, those washers are for that. Unless it's sitting on the dashboard like this and it's not rocking and rolling, it's fine. But some people, what they do, if it's steady moving, hanging, they're gonna tighten, they're gonna nut up on these things big time. And what that does, that comes over here, it pulls the chassis away from the circuit board. And there's a TA72228P audio chip here with the legs bent like this. They're coming up like that and this way, okay? Like that. Like that. And what it does, it pulls them pins off of the circuit board. A lot of people said that, and the symptoms of that is you can't hear, there's no volume, even with a speaker, no volume, external speaker, and you can't hear people talk. Well, I said that already. Okay, but you can't talk. You're keying up this microphone, but the needle ain't moving when you talk. It moves when you key up, but it's supposed to move when you talk, and it don't do that, so nobody can hear you. All you got is a dead key, that's it. No sound. Well, once you just solder them pins back on, instead of changing the chip, you can hear again and talk again. Those chips back then, I think, were $3 a piece. Right now, they don't make them anymore. They got them out there on the black market, on the counterfeit market, the fake market. Those TA72228s or APs, either one. A real one will run you about $12. Yep, sure enough. That's how I know that. All right. that's it for this one. Well, except for the fact that me and Barry, we juiced up one like this at his house one night. I had my shop at the time, but I didn't have the parts and all that in stock. Echo board, Roger Beat. So I went to Barry's in New Iberia, and we done that, and I put that in my truck. And like I said, I had my shop at the time. Barry had his shop, and then that's when Barry told me about Tiger Truck Stop looking for a radio man. And went over there, and sure enough, they was. And, well, got a building put over there. I got wiring for the inside. I did that. Special, plugs all over the place for equipment. My bench, I brought my bench over there. I had a big old boat at the time, big 20-foot deep V-hull, big bay boat, Gulf boat, and I brought all of my stuff in that boat. There was nothing but room inside because it was a commercial fishing boat. There was no seats and chairs and center console, all that crap. It was a front console, bow driven, and I was crabbing and shrimping in it. It was clean though. I kept my stuff clean. But anyhow, that's how I got over at Tiger Truck Stop. They needed a radio man, and yeah, I was willing to move, so I did. And I had that shop for right at 10 years over there. All right, everybody. Hope y'all enjoyed this little tour. Boy, that's a beautiful little radio. Man, it looks like new. They got a little bitty. I bet you I can pull that knob off and get that little smudge off of there. I bet you he didn't even smoke. So, anyway, I had there Mr. James. I appreciate it. And, y'all know the routine is good being north of the grass. Y'all stay safe, be that way, stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. A Pluta.